Now move to functions. We'll quickly glance through the need of user-defined function, multifunctional program, element of user-defined function, definition of function, return value, function call, function declaration, category of function, no argument to return value, argument to return value. Functional that returns multiple values, call by value, call by reference, function prototype, recursion function, storage class, and this is a automatic variable, external variable, static variable, and register variable. Something that would remain always. So obviously these static variables and storage classes comes in function because they talk about till when these variables are going to be in the function. So when you have a function, you give it to function gives you back some value. So as it function might have created something, some temporary variables, what to do about them is the question. So that's how you can remember this. Need for user-defined function, writing function avoids rewriting the same code over multiple times. A multifunctional program, one of the merits of C language is a function because the function in C always behave like a traditional function. A function may be called more than one function, so that no restriction for calling the more function in a program. It has that the complex program will decompose into smaller and manageable parts. So function 1, function 2, 3, 4. Program to demonstrate transfer of control between multiple functions. So int printf this inside the main function I. After the main function I, print j and j. Function 1, n is equal to n print inside a function. Function 2. The elements of user-defined function. Functions are classified as one of the derived data types in C. We can therefore define functions and use them like any other variable in C program. It is therefore not a surprise to note that there exist some similarities between the function and variables in C. Both function names and variable names are considered identifiers, and therefore they must adhere to rules for identifiers. Like variable, functions have type associated with them. Like variable, function names are must be declared and defined before they are used in a program. In order to make a user-defined function, we need to establish three elements that relate to function: function definition, function call, and function declaration. Definition of function. Function is a self-contained block of executable code that can be called from any other function. Many programs set of statements are executed repeatedly at various places. The idea of function comes in mind. You can keep those repeated in a function, call them, and a function is called up the control transfer to call function. So data type is returned by the function using return statement. The function name is performed. The list of arguments comes in brackets. So for example, integer, float, and so on. So let us write simple function that calculates the square of an integer. Program to calculate the square function, so whatever you get the square. Return variable and type. A function to return a value to calling, it is done through return statement, return expression. So return x, return 2, and so on. Remember that you can return only the values depending on what the other person is catching. The function call can be used specifying its name followed by a list of arguments enclosed in parentheses and separated by commas. In a function call does not adhere to any and empty parentheses must follow function. The arguments appearing in the function can call refer to actual names. So float printf, float square, float. Function defines present format one argument. Categories of function: with no argument and no return, with no argument and return, with argument with row return, with argument with return. No argument, no return function. Restriction of function. So function which has no argument does not return any value to calling function. The function about no return, the function includes argument but does not return anything. It falls into restriction. One-way communication takes place between calling and the function. After proceeding function, we'll discuss the argument. So std has a void sum, printf, scanf. So the function calculates the sum of three numbers, void sum, this. Write a program to calculate the sum of three numbers. So argument but no return value. Row of three numbers, sum of the three. If I have two arguments, actual argument. Arguments with return values. So this category two-way communication take place not called function. This function returns the value, also argument. So program to calculate sum of three numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, int, which is candy, and a1, and a2, and a3. Then sum a1, a2, a3. This is a function call, printf, sum of these section. So return f1 plus f2 plus f3. This is the value of a function return. No argument but return the value. Function does not have any argument, it does not return. So write a program to sum of first 10 natural number. So return as int cal sum, int main integer printf sum. Function that return multiple values. The function must be called with a proper number of arguments falling in which the compiler for the compilation. There are two different which arguments may pass: call by value, call by reference. Call by value means sending the value of argument to function. When a single value is passed into a function with actual argument, the value of the actual is copied into a function. Therefore, the value corresponding to formula can be occurred with the function. But the value of the actual argument calling is not changed. This procedure for passing reference. Let's look at exercise. Write a simple program that alters the value of the comment. So main a is equal to printf from main before calling modify a. Printf after modify a is equal to into 3 printf after being modified return. So after being modified main from function. So the original value is equal to displayed in main exit. The value is passed in our function. So you have passing this function modify a. One positive allows single value to be written as expression. Call by reference sending the LU call function. This method the address of the actual calling into the former argument. Thus the address would have been accessed. Using call by is possible to be function return more than value which involves the pointer. So this is about pointer. Functional prototype. Before defining a design, declare the property of the type main general form the property type. Then we have recursive function. Recursive is a property where the function call itself returns some specified character of the processor to solve recursive for the stopping condition. Then you have Tower of Hannah. Tower of Hannah is a well-known children game through move up and discussion sample program. Storage classes by data type and by storage class. Data type by storing class refers to a lifetime of a variable. So variable in C can have four storage classes: automatic, extended, static, and register. By storage, there are two ways to characterize variable: by data types and by storage classes. Let us prefer type 1 first storage class. So if automatic, external, static, rest. Automatic variable. The scope of it is confined to the function. It is created and function is defined. Hence it's called automatic variable. Sum is equal to print output. External variable is also known as global. It is not conformed to a second. It is scoped external point of the external variable. So int main count equal to 0. Function refers to so main count equal to 10, function int count equal to 1. When the reference count, it will be referencing only to a local variable, not to the global one. The value in main will not be affected. Illustration of working with a global variable. Main x equal to 100, printf function 1 2 3 4, function 1 x is equal to x plus 1, return x, function 2 output is equal to 10. So external variable also known as global. It is not confined to a single function. Its scope external from the formula scope. They are declared outside the function. So main count equal to 100, int count equal to, so they are defined outside the function. External declaration. In the process segment, the mention cannot access the variable as their after the method the problem can sort variable with the storage class extern. So main external inty, external declaration. Function externally, external declaration, and so on. The external declaration inside the function for comparison y and z are defined somewhere else in the program. So you have external declaration. Static variable. So automatic, internal, external, and static variable, and register variable. So static variable are defined with a function with the same manner, otherwise except the variable declared must begin with storage class assignment. Example: static variable. Static variable initialized by once when program is compiled is never initialized. So maybe either or internal or external depending on the place of declaration. Internal are those which are inside the function. The scope of internal depends on the end of the function where they are defined. Therefore, internal static variable is similar to auto variable except that they remain in existence throughout the remaining program. So static. The external static is declared outside the function is available to all functions in the program. The difference between static external and simple external variable is that static is available only within the file, while external can be accessed by other files also. Register variable. Register compile should be kept in one of machine register instead of keeping it only when normal register, since register is much faster than the command. So example of register int. So it was about functions. When you talk about functions, you can talk about these four things as well. So return classes, these four storage classes.